Good evening, one and all. I am Ganesh and I'll be the Sergeant at Arms for today. Before proceeding the meeting, I'd like to introduce 3 golden rules. The first one is please refrain from talking about sex, religion, and politics. And even if you do so, try to talk such that no one is offended. Second is please mute your phones. While someone's speaking, it might disturb you, so put it on silent. And third is please mute your mic. When someone else is speaking, it might disturb them because of the background noise. So please mute your microphones. And the one additional rule I'd like to give is please turn on your videos. I can see some off videos, so I'd like someone to turn them on. Please don't reject me. And moving on, the theme for today is I do. I can see an emoji, but I can't see your face. Come on. The meeting theme is I do. First, when I heard it, I thought she was going to talk about marriage bills or marriage ceremony. But when I looked at the poster, I realized it's something completely different. I'll tell you a nice analogy. You say I do in only 2 ceremonies that I know of. First is the marriage ceremony. Second is the installation ceremony, which we've all been through. And that's it from my side. Over to the presiding officer. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ganesh. When I saw the theme I do, I don't know what to say in particular. The last time I used the word I do was when my sister teased me, saying I'm looking like a potato, and when she sleeps on my tummy, she feels more comfortable than on a pillow. Are you going to join a gym? She asked. I said I do. A very good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Let me open the meeting hashtag 154 themed I do. We have a few guests. Raz, would you like to introduce yourself? Raz?
Yes, hi. Am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible.
Hi guys, the name is Raz. I'm an engineer by degree and profession, an entrepreneur by choice. And I'm from the south, but currently at the north. So that would be pretty much about me in short.
Thank you, Raz.
Would you like me to add anything else?
Yeah, if you have, you can.
Well, like actually, I was the first time me hearing about Toastmasters was back in my college. I had actually got an invitation to join the group, but I was not much aware of how much activity you people have or what you exactly do. So, but lately I've been seeing a few posts in my LinkedIn from a few of my connections. So I thought I'd join a meeting randomly and see what's going on. And thanks for having me today. And let's see how this goes. Thank you. Pardon me for not coming on video. I'm sick. That's why.
Yeah. Thank you, Raz. So I can say we have our area director, Madhumita. Madhumita, can you give us an intro?
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Govind. Already I've become a guest here. Oh my God. Hi, everyone. I am Madhumita. I'm currently serving as area director. I'm also your senior in case you missed it here. Happy to be here with you, Govind.
Thank you, Madhumita, Toastmaster Madhumita. I can see Manjula Venugopal. Would you like to introduce yourself?
I am part of IHS Market Toastmaster Club E2. I'm here to know more about the speech crafting, and I love speeches. I also like to impart and train more people to be confident speakers.
Thank you, Manjula. We are happy to have you. And I have an announcement to make. Fourth year judges training program is going to happen this weekend, where you'll get training from for an international speech contest and training for being a judge and being a chief judge. This will give us a different perspective about Toastmasters and help us in our journey in Toastmasters. So please do register from the link in the group. And Let's hear out what our TMoD Gopika has to say about the theme. Over to TMoD Gopika.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Toastmaster Govind. So I have a few questions before we begin off the meeting, okay? When was the last time you told your friends that you will meet them, but on that day, you were just plain lazy? I'm pretty sure one of us would be here who would have done that. Can someone unmute and say?
I am the one.
Okay, I saw Durga raise her hands too. Okay, so we have people who do that, right? Even I'll do that. Ask me. So give me a raise of hands if you've told your mom that you'll do the dishes, but at night you never went back to the kitchen. I have done that. Okay. What about when any one of you, like, you decided to give a speech? Like on New Year, you made a resolution that, okay, this month I'm going to give a speech. And after that, you have still not written your speech. Okay. So before I go forward, I want more, like, most of you to come on video. Harsha, you went off video. Our beloved air director, Madhumita, if you could come on video. We have a lot of people here who are not on video, actually. Go and come back. Ram, please come on video. We have Sri Harsha Jasti also. If you can come on video, it'll be really great. Okay. Thank you guys for coming back on video. So with that being said, VP Education, there are people here who wanted to give a speech, who have not written a speech. So these are the people you need to catch red-handed, okay? They've already confessed it. You can see the recording also. So there was this one guy who made this commitment to a lot of young men when they were struggling, and he wanted to help them improve their communication skills and leadership skills. And he decided to start a club. And that was one commitment he stuck by. And that's none other than Dr. Alfie Smedley. And the first official meeting of Toastmasters happened on October 22nd, back in 1924. Now, before I delay more, let's go into the theme of the meeting, okay? Commitment is easy. I commit to hundreds of things daily, whether it's getting up in the morning, studying something, attending classes, and actually listening to them, or even going to buy groceries. I make a lot of commitments. To write a long story short, I might even make a commitment to even go work out at least for 10 minutes, which never happens. The human mind, it loves when an inspiration strikes, especially when you read those quotes on Instagram, right? They are so motivating sometimes that you feel like, oh, tomorrow is going to be my day. And it loves the feeling that when you're going to do something nice, like big, exciting, but what actually happens is we never go forward with it. We never do it. And when the time comes when we have to do it, or when it's time, like you've set a time for 5 o'clock to study, it becomes 5:05 and you're like, you know what, I'll do it at 6 o'clock, sharp 6 o'clock. And then again, the next day, the same thing happens, which we don't do. And you'll be like, I'll pass it off. It's easy to not do anything, right? For me, it is. I'm pretty sure it's for everyone. We all commit to a lot of things. And the hard part is that you don't get to see that commitment throughout the end. Now, everything has commitments, okay, whether it's international treaties, okay, whether it's between two countries, or whether it's vows. Just like Toastmaster Ganesh said, when you're vowing to love someone, when you're getting married, and you make a commitment for richer, for poorer, for sickness, health, a lot of commitments comes in. Or whether it's contracts, okay, between different people, organizations, or even agreements, okay, let it be anything. Now, how do we stick to these commitments? Or how do we not break commitments? That's what I'm going to talk about in today's meeting. But with that being said, in today's meeting, we will begin the wooing session for everyone with prepared speeches, followed by an exciting and thrilling table topic session. And at last, you'll say, I do to all the evaluations. Now, we strive to improve our communication, leadership, and have a little bit of personal growth happening within each member in the club. And hence, it will not be right if we don't start off with our beloved general evaluator. Now, when I asked about commitments, okay, regarding anything, the first thing he said that I was feeling a bit sad that when I was a treasurer and I could not keep the Toastmaster of the quarter thing, and it broke his heart. Or when he was not able to give a speech and he backed out. But he says that whenever he was able to deliver that one speech, he feels that everything was worth all that trouble. Toastmaster Dinesh, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gopika, for that wonderful introduction. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests. And firstly, I want to wish everyone a happy Republic Day. That's the first thing. And regarding my role, the role of general evaluator is he is the person who is someone who evaluates all the flow of the meeting, though he provides the constructive criticism for the people who are speaking on the screen, be it a table topic speaker or a prepared speech speaker. So to help me give a fine and precise evaluation, I have a team called Tag Team. Let me introduce them as well. Now, let us start with the timer introduction. When I asked him for his introduction, he just gave me one line. It is what it is that makes me do what I do. Now, this is some Ramdev Baba level words or gnan he is giving us. So I don't want to talk more about this intro. Over to you, Toastmaster Ram, and explain about the role of timer to us. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dinesh. So the timing for icebreaker today will be a green at 4, yellow at 5, and red at 6. For normal speech, it will be green at 5, yellow at 6, red at 7. For table topic session, it will be green at 1, yellow at 1.5, red at 2. And for evaluation session, it will be green at 2, yellow at 2.5, and red at 3. So let me show you the color cards. So this is how green will be shown, yellow, and red. Over to you, Toastmaster Dinesh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ram. Now, to introduce the accountant for today's meeting, when I asked him for his introduction, he just said he's a person who will say to his parents that he had some college work or any Toastmasters related work just to escape from the household chores that they are going to assign to him. Toastmaster Vishnu, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dinesh. Fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests. Once again, good evening, everyone. I'm the accountant for today's meeting. Before I explain the report of an accountant at the end of the meeting, let me explain you the purpose of the accountant. The purpose is, in any meeting, it is to listen every role taker, understand, and note their CRPFs. So what are these CRPFs? CRPFs stand for C for crutch words, R for repetitive, P for pauses, F for filler words. What are these crutch words? In a speech, they are filler words that give us more time to think what the next sentence that we are going to speak. Crutch words may be inappropriative interjunctions like such as when, well, but, so, etc. etc. And also mainly er. They are like just like conjunctions which connect two words or sentences, but they're inappropriate. So what are these repetitive words? We repeat the words so that we will get to understand, remember the next word or sentence. And the pauses, we will pause in the middle of the sentence so that to remember the next word or sentence. And at last, filler words. Filler words are the words that are used to complete the sentence in order to make it perfect. Like just or, and that's it from my side. I will report my note downs and everything and all at the end of the meeting when called upon by the general evaluator, Toastmaster Dinesh. Toastmaster Dinesh, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vishnu, for briefly laying out the things that you're gonna evaluate in the meeting. That is really good thing you did there. And moving ahead, last but not the least, let me introduce the grammarian for today's meeting. He also just gave this one line for his intro. He is just excited to attend the meeting after a short break. I hope you will enjoy the meeting after such a short break and kindly explain about the role of grammarian to us. Over to you, Toastmaster Utkarsh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dinesh. So, a very good evening and happy Republic Day to all of you. And before I could introduce myself and my role, I would like to share a cringy and a short clip to all of you. I hope the screen is visible.
Hi everything! How are you to find out? Are you feeling right now? Hello guys! Channel 2 welcome. Hello channel! Welcome to my Hello guys! Welcome to our channel. Please always wear face wash and use hand sanitizer because Corona disease is a very dangerous city, and always keep social distinguish. Romeo, save me! Please like, share, and subscribe my video, guys.
Well, I hope the clip would have given you a clear idea of, along with using hand sanitizer, it is obviously to use your vocabularies and grammar in your day-to-day life. So today, my role is grammarian is to look after your grammar and your today my role as a companion is to look after your grammatical mistakes as well as the vocabularies which you're using in today's throughout the meeting. And in the end, I would like to declare the idiom of the day as bite the bullet, which means that obviously everyone has upcoming problems in their life, which is inevitable. So you do not decide to quit your life at that moment, and you instead, like, you just go in the flow and face the problem. Similarly, bite the bullet means you have to face anything which is inevitable. So such example could be, I decided I had to bite the bullet and take a couple of math classes, even though I knew they were hard. And word of the day is impending, which means that which is going to occur. So example for that could be, she had a sense of impending disaster. And I would post this in the group chat as well. And I would be prepared with my report, and I would present it in while I'll be called upon by general evaluator in the end of the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Utkarsh. And I'd also request everyone to try to use the word of the day and idiom of the day. Role takers, please use in your respective speeches, and audience, please use in the table topics that you're going to attempt in the second segment. And I'd also request everyone to show a thumbs up when someone use the word of the day and idiom of the day, since it promotes or encourages everyone to use most oftenly this word of the day and idiom of the day. And that's it from us, and we'll be back with our evaluation report at the end of the meeting. And over to you, Toastmaster Gopika.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator and your team. I'm pretty sure you guys will have a lot of fun fighting what all we do wrong and what we can improve on in today's meeting. On that note, let me introduce our first speaker for the day. Now, when I asked the questions regarding commitment, work, he said that in studies, he could have done better, but he never felt bad about it. I mean, he could have put in more effort, is what he says. And one thing that he's really proud of that he's made a commitment to is Toastmasters, and he's been a member since August 2019, and even now he's an active member. Toastmaster Harsha will be delivering his icebreaker. But before I call him, let us welcome his speech evaluator. So I asked the same thing regarding commitments, Toastmasters, studies, friends. And she said that she started a project management certification, and it had 6 courses of 4 weeks, and she did 2 of the courses and could not complete it. Now, even though she could not complete it, similarly to Harsha, she did not feel bad about it because she believes that it's important to take breaks now and then. One thing that she's happy about that she commits to and she's committed to has been Toastmasters, and she felt ecstatic when she completed her path And she said that it feels amazing and every one of you should strive to complete your path too. I called upon Toastmaster Durga to give the objectives of Toastmaster Harsha's speech.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gopika. A very good evening to everybody. And a very special hi to Toastmaster Harsha. He will be doing his icebreaker as Gopika already said. And the purpose of the speech is for the member to introduce himself or herself to the club and learn the basic structure of a public speech. See, I want to wish Harsha all the best because I'm guessing this is his third path, right? And the biggest challenging speech for any member who's done at least 2-3 parts is doing an icebreaker because you have to keep reinventing yourself. There's only so much you can say about yourself, and I'm so excited to see how he pulls out it today because you know, I have to do an icebreaker and I'm sensing the impending doom. So I want to see how he does it today. All the very best, Harsha. Nothing but the best from me.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Durga, for explaining what an icebreaker really is. Toastmaster Harsha is attempting his icebreaker in the pathway motivational strategies. I hand over the virtual podium to the speaker. Toastmaster Harsha, stories of eternal love. Stories of eternal love. Toastmaster Harsha.
I'm all out of love. I'm so lost without you. I know you were right, believing for so long. I'm all out of love. What am I without you? I can't be too late to say that I was so wrong. Well, I hope I killed you already. A very good evening, Toastmasters and my dear guests. Stories of eternal love. This takes me back to almost my first standard. I was sitting on the floor in a class because there was an exam the next day. I was just sitting there, and beside me was that girl who loved me the most. But you know what? It was first class, and being a very studious student, I never really wanted to get into all of this. That day, I realized I shouldn't get into that, and I didn't get into it. After a few more years, in my fifth class, there was this one incident where I looked at a girl and I really loved her. She was so amazing and cute that I just wanted to be with her for the rest of my life. Trust me, that was the perfect pair, and I thought she was the one. Even my social teacher Sharda ma'am came to me and said, "You both look good, so cute together." I thought, man, she's the one. But you know what? In my fifth class, I was staying in my hometown. And in my sixth, my dad got a transfer and I had to come to Hyderabad. That broke up there. A fifth class kid didn't believe in long distance relationships. And in sixth class, I saw one more girl in Hyderabad. And oh my God, this time I thought she's the one. Every time I look at her, I feel, man, I want her for the rest of my life. When we were talking for hours together, I could really feel a lot of bonding together. I could really feel all those emotions between us. But you know what? My dad got to know about it. And it didn't work out. It didn't actually work out. After that, I didn't dare to touch these relationships again. But in 2020 again, it started out very beautifully. It was all colors and butterflies. But after a few months, I understood that I was totally getting into a toxic relationship. She was so possessive that she almost took away 5 closest people of mine. And because of her, I couldn't really get to understand myself, and I became a totally confused personality who didn't know about myself, and I was just frustrated. That's what a toxic relationship did to me. Well, you might be thinking, I've been in a lot of relationships. Trust me, I haven't been in at least one. When I go back to that particular moment when I said I was in a relationship in my first class or some girl loved me, that relationship with me was mathematics. That mathematics lecture every time shook me off. It was the most disastrous. And every time I saw that textbook, it was an impending disaster. I didn't really know how to comprehend that relationship, and I didn't love mathematics. So, breakup number one. And the next relationship where my social teacher Sharda ma'am said, "You both look cute together." It was the drama that we did in first class, and I played a character called Kamsa in it. I really loved the stage drama. And I was just getting chances and I was just getting better at school. My dad got a transfer, and breakup number two. And the third relationship that I was in was with tennis. I would get up early morning every day, go to tennis court and stay there for 3 to 4 hours. Even on a weekend or a weekday, I would get up at 5 in the morning and go there, just stay there for a lot of time. But you know what? My dad didn't really like it. I was just wasting my time, apparently. And coming to 2020, what must I say? The relationship was named 2020. In the first 2 months of 2020, trust me, college was so beautiful and everything was going perfectly fine until COVID entered. And COVID almost swallowed 5 people that I really love. And which took me to 2021. Things were really not going in my way. There was this moments in my life in the past 7 to 8 months when I didn't actually tell anyone, or a few of you would know. There were these incidents where I couldn't really control myself, and I used to get anxiety attacks a lot of times in May, June, and heartbeat used to go higher, and everything felt like everything was falling apart. If I take my phone right now, I can still see the notes where I noted down the times when I got anxiety attacks. It was so disastrous that I felt I was losing myself. But you know what? I read this somewhere. There are 2 fears in everyone's life, the 2 biggest fears. First one is the fear of death. And the second one is stage fear, apparently. I'm a freaking Toastmaster and I'm Harsha. You know what? Let how many ever breakups come, I'll stand here because I'm a freaking Toastmaster. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Harsha. I did feel a sense of impending doom when you started singing, but you took it on a lighter note and you shared instances from your life when you have felt eternal love as well as a heartbreak. So thank you for that. Now, let me introduce our second speaker for the day. So when I asked the same questions about commitments, he said that one commitment that he always follows and that he feels proud about is that whenever he tries to do something, he tries it a little bit different and to add his own personality or his own mark into it. And one commitment that he has never been able to stick to was always eating healthy food. So whenever he feels bad about it, or whenever he's like, should I feel bad about it? There's that inner voice at the back of your head that says, if not now, then when? Toastmaster Girish will be delivering his L2P2 in effective body language in the pathway presentation mastery. But before I call him, let's welcome his speech evaluator first. Now, when I asked same questions, it was said that one thing that he wants to go back to or change was that when he was in school, he made a commitment to some friends that they'll be friends forever, but it did not happen. It's been 3 years and he has not spoken to some of them. And I understand his feelings. But one thing that he feels great about, which he's committed to, was improving his speaking skills and his CGPA. And he really feels that he's made progress and he's achieving his goals right now. I call upon Toastmaster Ratan to give the objectives of his speech.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gopika. Good evening, everyone, and a special good evening to Toastmaster Girish. Today, Girish is giving his speech in L2P2 in the path Presentation Mastery. The purpose of his speech is, the purpose of this project is for the member to deliver a speech with awareness of intentional and unintentional body language, as well as to learn, practice, and refine how he or she uses non-verbal communication when delivering a speech. All the best, Girish. Thank you. Over to you, Gopika.
Thank you so much, Ratan, Toastmaster Ratan, for explaining the objective of speech. Toastmaster Girish is attempting his L2P2 in the pathway Presentation Mastery. I hand over the virtual podium to the speaker. Toastmaster Girish, mankind's most powerful skill. Mankind's most powerful skill, Toastmaster Girish.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gopika. One of the most powerful skills ever known to mankind is storytelling. And why is it exactly? If you look at the history, Steve Jobs was able to revolutionize the global tech market. Martin Luther King Jr. became the face of revolution that was caused in America for civil rights. Hitler, who was an ordinary German soldier in World War I, became the commander of entire German army in World War II. The greatest people who ever existed on this planet, who brought about massive revolutions, were none other than the great storytellers. And why is it that these people are able to command such an intense power? And why exactly is special? And what exactly is special about this art? A very good evening, my dear fellow Toastmasters and guests. Today, I want to share a legendary storytelling strategy of a brand that has played a very significant role in our life since from childhood. That brand is none other than Cadbury. And the specific product that I want to talk about is Cadbury Celebrations. I don't know how many of you have noticed, right before Diwali, right before Raksha Bandhan, if you go to any mall, any sweet shop, it will all be filled with Cadbury Celebration boxes. Every time I saw that coming, I often wondered what exactly is so special about these Cadbury Celebrations. That it's able to sell to very large extent. It went to the extent that if you were to give a gift to your sister, first gift that come to your mind was Cadbury Celebrations. And I'm very sure if you are a sister, you must have got Cadbury Celebrations at one or other Raksha Bandhan times. Now the question is, what is so special about this product? Yes, we all know that Cadbury chocolates are very tasty and very beautiful to look. And if you look at Cadbury Celebrations, it's just a box. It's just a box of very tasty and good-looking chocolates that can be found in every store and every place that you go. There is no special. It was like just a collection of all the chocolates that you can buy individually. So why is it that this is very popular in all the markets? The question is that we know that it's a product that we can easily arrange from our own materials that we can find around. The one special thing I want to show, their ad. Just a second. Can you all see my screen?
Yes.
दे जल्दी राखी वो जगराते वाली जल्दी राखी बांध दे यार प्लीज
सुबह सुबह जाके ग्राउंड खोलता है क्या?
लव यू ब्रो लव यू ब्रो लव यू ब्रो लव यू ब्रो
पापा इसका गिफ्ट दो ना।
पापा एक मिनट
इसके लिए पैसे कहाँ से आए?
थे मेरे पास
पर उससे तो तू अपना बैट लेने वाला था ना।
पुराने बैट पे 3 सेंचुरी बाकी है। और सो जा
अपना ग्राउंड खोल।
इस राखी कुछ अच्छा हो जाए, कुछ मीठा हो जाए। कैडबरी सेलिब्रेशंस।
This is just a hint for their secret strategy and how they conquered the Indian sweet market. It's an amazing product. We all know that. Here, Cadbury is telling a beautiful, sweet story, a story that touches and resonates with all the core human emotions. Here in this ad, the main focus of the brand is not just to brag about their product. Its primary focus is to connect with the audience and resonate with them first. At the end, associate that product with those emotions. This is how Cadbury was able to penetrate the Indian market. In India, before Cadbury came into the picture, chocolates are for children. But now, through their ads and amazing storytelling power, it is portrayed in such a way that chocolates are not just for children, they are for anyone who shares love and who care for their loved ones. That is the power of storytelling. Now, let's come to a few things that we can take away from Cadbury to incorporate in our communication to leverage the power of our to leverage the power of our delivery and to take help of to take the help of storytelling. Knowing your audience is, we all know it's an important thing, but what exactly they want to hear, understanding what exactly causing pain to them, just like Cadbury understood the pain of a brother to give a perfect gift for his sister. Second step, now you know your audience. According to the kind of audience you want to connect, find a sensible story that can resonate your audience. Just like Cadbury resonated brothers and sisters with the sentiment of Raksha Bandhan. Now, when the audience are still in that emotional phase you created with your beautiful story, use this golden opportunity to put out your product in front of the people. Here in this case, we want to put out the point that we would like to convey to the audience, so that immediately audience are going to get attached with our point, with the emotion that is revolving around in their head. And this is when the magic happens. Next time, the first thing that comes to their mind is the first thing that comes to their mind when they get to know about these emotions, or when they any point of their life when they find those emotions, the first thing that came to their mind was the product that you showed or the point that you make. And this is a great strategy that almost many famous brands and many famous people use this as a secret strategy. Remember all the people I mentioned in the start of this speech: Martin Luther King, Steve Jobs, and Hitler. They used the similar kind of strategy to command immense power and successfully reach their ideology to the masses. This is why storytelling is considered as one of the greatest things ever known to the mankind. Thank you. Over to TMoD Gopika.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Girish. It had a touching message and a beautiful video. And I just want to say that please feel free to send me Cadbury celebrations. I love chocolates. Just putting it out there. Okay, so let's come back to commitments. Okay, so how do we actually stick to commitments? The first way that we can stick to commitments is making realistic commitments. Okay, it's easy to get caught up in a lot of New Year's resolutions. I'm pretty sure you guys have made New Year's resolutions, at least one. As people, you see a lot of things happening on social media. You plan to work out, you plan to study, you plan to get first rank. You never know. So instead of doing all that and comparing yourself to the lives of your friends, Instagram influencers, or anyone you know, don't take a difficult journey. Take a simple journey. Make small commitments. Maybe instead of making a commitment that you'll work for 1 hour a day, make a commitment to walk for 10 minutes. Seems a little bit more realistic. So if you've never meditated before, maybe take a 5 to 10 minute meditation break, rather than saying that I will hit the gym every single day of the week and I'll build 6 packs in 1 hour. Now, this is a commitment that I know someone in this group has made. And I'm still waiting for that 6 pack. And I'm pretty sure that person knows who that person is. So what I'm trying to say is that try to be true to yourself and make smarter commitments that you can actually achieve. Now, something else you can do is like eliminate the option of choice. Don't give yourself a choice. You'll work out today or 2 days later. I'll eat noodles today and I'll eat a salad 2 days later. Don't leave that for a chance. Don't eat that chocolate saying that tomorrow I'm going to start eating healthy. No, it's not a great way to make a commitment. Instead of that, have a mindset of showing that you can give up on certain things even if you don't feel like it, And third thing that you can do is give it your all. Make small commitments and then make them important and not just commitments. Make it like something that's important in your life. And it doesn't have to be perfect because we are all humans. We make mistakes. Sometimes we do go back. We take one step back, takes 2 steps forward. That's what it's all about. So try to do your best and put your heart and mind into it. Okay. With that much, let's go into another session, which is the table topic session. And for that, we have a talented young lady here. Now, when I asked her about commitments, she said that from logging into classes on time to getting settled in life and everything going according to the way we want under our roof, nothing is going as I planned. Does she fail to keep commitments? Yes, because she's made so many commitments. Are the commitments I fulfilled? Yes, because I haven't pretty much cleared any, but still I can't stop one. So Toastmaster Vinutna, over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Gopika. Hello, fellow tapsters and guests. This is Vinutna with the complete honors of being today's table topic master. Table topics is one of the most awaited sessions in the each and every meeting. Coming to this session, this is that segment of the meeting where one can become exemplar. Like you can completely put out your impromptu skills, just come, pick up the task, do and go. But today, this is not just going to be a Q and a question and answer type thing. It's going to be some medley kind of thing. Let's see what I have planned today for you people. Hopefully, I guess you could see my screen.
Yes.
So yeah, here you could see I have numbered 1 to 5 and there is something different behind each and every number plate. So do you just want to jump in and see what's behind each and every number note there? Who is going to be the first one? Okay.
I can go.
Okay, Gopika, pick one number.
I'll take 3.
Okay. Roll. So Toastmaster Gopika, I will be giving you a situation.
Okay.
And you have to enact that role and you have to show how you will be dealing that role.
Okay.
So your role is, you imagine you are an employee and you have this manager who is so bossy type. And you think you have each and every quality being checked for being promoted. So how subtly you are going to inject that idea into your manager that you are the one to get promoted? How are you going to handle this situation with your manager?
Okay, it sounds like a CIR class interview, but I can do it. So recently I sat for an interview and it seems a bit similar to that and I'm getting flashbacks from that. You want me to talk about the promotion part, right?
Yeah, like how are you have to prove yourself being very subtle that you are eligible for being promoted.
Okay. Sir, I want to have a conversation with you. It's regarding my promotion. I've been working in this company for 2 years right now. I started off as a sales trainee. And I've been a sales trainee for 2 years. It doesn't make sense. I was supposed to be a trainee for a year, but you extended that period. You're giving me double the work. You're making me do the same work as that of a sales executive. And I believe that I have shown my capabilities. I am punctual. I do my work on time and I do more than what I am expected to do. I sit for all your meetings. I write the MOMs. I send out your mails. I've even went shopping with your wife, your anniversary. I believe that I deserve a promotion. Now, if you're thinking that it's about the payment, let me just give you a moment. It's not about money. I feel like I deserve recognition for the work that I do. And at this point of time, I'm practically a member of your family because I am at your place delivering groceries, taking your dogs on walk, and what not. So if there's anyone in this room who deserves a promotion, that's me right here. And if you are not willing to give me that promotion, I don't want to work as a sales trainee anymore. So I might actually think of shifting companies. So if you don't want your personal chauffeur or your personal delivery girl to go back into some other company, please think about my promotion. Over to you, Toastmaster Vinutna.
Wow, that's completely different take. Actually, I thought it will be so cool as evening breeze, but you became like a thunder. So yeah, great work, Gopika. And who wants to go next? Please don't make me pick me someone.
I'll go.
Oh, can you please tell us? I can't see your face. Is this Durga?
Hello.
Hello. Is this Toastmaster Durga?
No, I'm Manjula.
Oh,
I'm the
great. I'm
guest.
sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. So okay, okay, Manjula. Can you please pick one number?
5.
Okay. Expression. So this is pretty simple. I'll just give you two lines. You have to express your thoughts and what do you think about those particular lines. Those lines are old but young, young but old.
Okay. Our body might be old, but the way we carry it or the feelings what we feel inside us makes how it looks or how it feels. Most of the time, like we have seen the Indian women, they glorify themselves with all jewels and things that ever can make them older. I love to see every woman, whatever the age that might be, the way they carry themselves or the way they make themselves feel like a queen is just making them younger and younger. So they lose track of what is their age. On the other part of being young and being old, I've seen many kids and I've worked with many kids who really try to put their age very older than what their true age is. By the way they show their maturity, like kindness, compassion to people, and truly being there when people need, and also knowledge wise, the efforts they take on. To tell the fact, when I'm actually listening to the speeches today, I really felt so overwhelmed, and I really feel very appreciative for the kind of creative minds we are having, which will be really making wonders in our country. So that's where they are too young, but they are older. Over to you, the table topic master.
Thank you so much, Manjula. That's really great thing. And yes, as you have said, women have no termination of gold, buying gold with respect to their age. It may be 10s or 20s or 30s or even 50s. They will be buying gold, and it still makes them younger. Coming to your very second point, yes, maturity and the way you take up, it doesn't imply your age, no matter how young you are. So yeah, who is the very next one?
Can I go?
Okay, Ratan. Choose one number.
2.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Enact. This is pretty bit interesting, and you have a bonus point over here too.
Okay.
So I will give you a situation. You have to enact a situation, and the bonus point is you can pick your partner. You can take anyone from this movie.
Okay.
So
Okay.
here comes the situation. Imagine you're that enthusiast kid, like Gopika said a few minutes ago. We get so much inspired with this all Instagram quotes and everything that yeah, I will do that, I'll do this. You're such kind of person who gets inspired. So in the very same way, photography is something which inspired you, which you got inspired with from very recent days, and you thought to become a professional photographer and you thought to get a professional camera. You are going to ask your mom that you need to buy a professional camera. So enact the situation, how it's going to be. Pick your mom.
Whom should I pick? I don't know. If I say mom, all girls will be feeling bad today. So there's no something like that. So I'll be picking Gopika only. I'm sorry for that. Okay. Can you start?
Okay, just a moment. Can you just say the situation once more?
Okay.
See, your kid wants to buy a professional professional camera to become a professional photographer.
Okay.
But he's someone like he gets everything, but he don't implement it or don't do it. It's just waste of money. So enact how it's going to be.
Ma.
Yes.
So,
What can I do for you, Ratan? Tell.
Last week I went to this Chikmagalur trip, So there was this very beautiful sceneries. I just want to take the camera and just want to click that beautiful sceneries, but that 10,000 phone you gave me, that is waste. Can you just give me the DSLR camera? I just want to, capture that moments, all that things in life, which are very beautiful. I can just show you, even when you when you wear a beautiful sari, and even click some beautiful photos for you. What you will say?
Ratan, listen to me. When I wear a sari, the photo in my OnePlus is more than enough. I don't need a DSLR for that. First thing. Second thing, the last time you told me that you wanted to upgrade your PC, you said that you will get this much marks, you'll get this much CGPA. I'm still waiting for that CGPA to come here. And that laptop or that computer is still in waiting. And right now, you want a DSLR camera. What is your bargain here? Tell me that.
CGPA marks will be coming next week. Don't worry about it. I'll pass somehow, I think. I don't want laptop. I want the DSLR camera now. I want it because I'm thinking to become a photographer. I just want to leave engineering. What do you say?
Okay, now you want to leave engineering when you've invested so many years and so much of money that your mom and dad has been working hard for. You want to leave engineering. First, you complete engineering. Then we'll think about photography first. Okay?
But Mama, should I say you something?
Tell.
Always follow your passion. Whatever it is, always follow your passion. I'm going to say yes. I'm going to talk Papa.
When you passed out of 12th, that time you were like, no, I want to do engineering. All my friends are doing engineering. I want to be an engineer. Huh?
Okay, I'll talk to Papa. Something he'll only convince you. I know it. I know he'll convince you.
Keep trying, but that's not happening here.
Then what can I do? I don't know.
Okay, first, anyway, you've said that you don't want that laptop and that PC, no? So that's gone. That offer is not valid anymore. Second, first you complete your engineering. We'll get you a camera once you get good grades and you get placed. Once you're placed, no, you can think about whether you want to work or whether you want to pursue photography. No problem in that. I'll give you that option. If you're so fine with being in the wildlife and taking photography, after you getting placed and after you getting a job, okay, we'll let you follow your passion. But we are not funding that. We are only funding the camera.
Okay, somehow I'll think about it. Don't worry.
Yeah, you better think about it.
That's all from us. Over to TTM Vinodna.
Oh, congratulations, Ratan, for convincing your mom for buying you a camera. Great job, guys. So who comes next?
I can go.
Please.
This is Madhumita.
Okay. Yeah, I think even Vishnu raised it. Vishnu, the next question is yours. So, Madhumita, you can choose one number between 1 and 4.
I'll go with 1. Yeah.
Okay. Debate.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, you chose 1 or 4?
1 and 1. Yeah.
Okay. So, debate. Madhumita, I will give you a debatable topic. You can choose your opponent.
Okay.
Whom do you want to pick? You can choose one opponent and then I'll let you know the topic.
You must try. You tell me the topic, I'll choose my opponent.
Okay. Let me put it out. Habits depict people's behavior. So how far do you think it's correct or how far do you think it's wrong? You can pick your, the opponent.
Okay. DTM Rohit, are you here?
Yep. Thank you for catching me off guard.
Yeah, I picked DTM Rohit.
So yeah, I'll be repeating just the question once again. Habits depict people's behavior. So who is gonna support the state? Who is gonna say this truth? It's a statement is true, and who is gonna oppose it?
I'll go with 4.
Okay.
Smart choice.
Yeah. Okay. You know what? Habits always depict people's behavior. I'll give you one example. Now, Toastmaster Gopika enacted being a mother. How do you think that she did that? I mean, that is because she has been practicing that sort of life for her probably last 22 years or 23 years. And habits are continuous part of your life, right? And you can't really stop it and then move to the next one. So your behavior is a direct proportion or a direct function of the habits that you've cultivated from very young. Since she is a disciplinarian, I'm guessing that she is trying to get that in her child as well, or her son/daughter, or whatever that is.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you one thing. There's this person, right? Every day he wakes up and the first thing this person does in his life is go to the balcony and scream at people outside on the road. Okay. He doesn't even take a bath. He goes all the way to the library and then he picks up a book and comes back. What do you understand with this person? Is this person a disciplinarian? Is this person someone who's very smart or something? Or what do you think this person is? A lazy person? Just gets up, goes out, screams at people, and then goes to the library to pick up book without even brushing the teeth, without even taking a bath. Right? And this is what this person does every day. Now, does this depict the person's behavior? What kind of person do you think this is? Any guesses?
I think that is completely subjective. You can see it from various perspectives. One, he probably is a teacher or probably not trying to get any stereotypes here. He would be a typical Indian dad who wakes up, shouts at their sons and daughters because they are not awake yet, and then goes to the library and gets it back. And this might definitely happen if he or she has had a dad or a mother or someone like that. So again, it's the influence of the habits that is here.
All right. Wonderfully said. As Madhumita said, he could be an Indian dad, he could be a teacher, he could be all of that. Ladies and gentlemen, do you know who this person is? You've all studied him. His name is Albert Einstein. Go check his biography. This is what he used to do. Did anyone think of that? No, because you all thought that the habit made him have a behavior of an Indian dad or a teacher. But no, this is one of the most famous scientists in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, your habits don't determine your behavior. It's your behavior that determines your habits. How the person you are on the inside, what exactly is your characteristic traits, what you like to do, that determines the habits that you want to do. All of us want to get fit. Yes. How many of us are actually getting fit? None of us. All of us want to do great things, but we don't, because Our behavior, our inner traits don't want to do that. And that's why we have our amazing Toastmaster Gopika coming and telling you guys should do, I do, commitment, this, that. It's not because of the habit, it's because of the behavior, the thought that, okay, should I or should I not? So it's not your habits that determine your behavior. It's the behavior that determines the habits.
I definitely think that is a chicken and egg situation. It is vice versa as well. So there is this very famous quote that I read somewhere. I don't remember where. So whenever you are under pressure, you don't rise to the occasion, but you sink to the level of your training. And that is why everyone keeps training. So training here is your habit. So when you train every day, day in and day out, that is what would keep you going towards the end. Your habits would decide your behavior, whether you want to become fit or you want to be healthy. Unless and until you have a very good habit of eating healthy and being fit, I don't think you will be able to cultivate that behavior of being fit and being healthy.
Do we still have time? The red card is up. That's actually
Yes. Thank you so much. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Madhumita and Rohit. That was nearly so neck to neck and so heated argument. Great job, guys. And who wants to go last one for the last one? Oh, Vishnu, sorry, I have already reserved this question for you. So yeah, Vishnu, here goes yours. Narration. Narrate a story or any situation that says procrastination should be stopped. Procrastinating or postponing things should be stopped. Narrate any story or any incident which says that.
Okay, give me a half minute.
Yeah, take your time.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vinatna. To stop procrastination, let me tell you my own incident of a story. My own incident which happened in my own biography. When I tried to join Toastmasters, the Toastmaster Dinesh, he came to me, like I came to him and asked him how the meeting goes on. He said, come be a guest and please understand what's going on, and I can explain you what is in my Toastmasters after the meeting. Like I attended and I said to Dinesh brother that I said to him that it's a very nice meeting. I want to really join. Then he said, it's worthful and you can join only if you pay. At that time, I got heartbroken and I said, oh, am I supposed to pay? It's a difficult issue. I said then I said, I will procrastinate it. I will take it later after going to college. Then he said, who knows, your engineering might complete online itself. Then months pass on and later I attended another meeting and then I got realized and I said to Toastmaster Dinesh that I really wanna be Toastmaster and join your club. And I was very bad. I felt very bad that until that time I didn't join Toastmasters. That's why we should stop procrastination and we should definitely do the work on the time. Yesterday's work tomorrow, tomorrow's work today, and we should do the work without any procrastination. And after joining Toastmasters, you all know like how I developed. I don't need to say what I did, and that's what I want to try to explain to you. Over to you, TTM.
That's so great. And this is Vishnu's story, and each one of us, our own stories related to procrastination and why we have to stop them. So that's it from my side. Over to TMoD. Hope you had a great session.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vinodna. We will be going for a 5-minute break. And after that, we'll come back. Why don't you guys just stretch, have a glass of water after all the debate sessions, and maybe just chill for 5 minutes here. and we'll come back with evaluations. Can we pause the recording? Come on, guys. Come on, guys. I'm still waiting for others to come back on video. Yes, I can see faces coming up. Okay, so welcome back again to our meeting, and we'll go back to the theme for a bit more. So how are the other ways you can stay committed to small goals? Remind yourself why you're getting committed. If you're feeling that you need to exercise and you need to, work out or study or improve your CGPA, these are things that you need to, remind yourself why and why it's still important. You want to maybe write it down somewhere where you see it every day, maybe the time you get up next to your bed or on your study table or near your cupboard. Just not any place you never look, maybe like inside a book. Don't write it down inside a book. You'll never open it. Put it somewhere that you can actually see it so that you'll get motivated time and again. And sometimes take time to reevaluate the choices and your commitments so that sometimes you might set goals. Maybe you might have set a goal as in the next 2 months, complete one path, or maybe you want to complete a level. And maybe it's not possible because you have exams coming in. So reevaluate your commitments and see, maybe you can give 1 speech or 2 speeches in those 2 months. So that helps you to keep going every day and helps you to keep track of what you're keeping as a goal. And one last point is hold yourself accountable. Okay, sometimes you might go back on the commitments that you do. Maybe you did not go out with that friend that you were supposed to go out with. You were supposed to be the childhood friend, but you were lazy, and take responsibility for that. Apologize and keep another meeting. Like decide to go on another day. Don't be too hard on yourself sometimes when you can't stick to your goals. It's totally fine. And that's why you reevaluate. And you shouldn't stick to commitments that say that you can't do it, but you should also do the commitments that you made for yourself. Just reevaluate it and change it up a bit. Don't be too critical and hard on yourself, because right now we are again in virtual and everything is going a little bit downhill. But with that being said, don't be too hard on yourself, and it's okay to take a break, like Durga said in between. Take a break in between. Now, no meeting is complete without evaluations, and handing over the stage to the general evaluator, Toastmaster Dinesh, and his team of evaluators and tag team. Over to you, Toastmaster Dinesh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gopika. I'll give my evaluation after my team has done presenting. So I'd like to call the first speech evaluator, Toastmaster Durga, who is going to evaluate Toastmaster Harsha's speech. Over to you, Toastmaster Durga.
Sorry about that. Good evening, everyone, once again, and especially good evening to Toastmaster Harsha. While everyone in the meeting was bamboozled and some were a little frightened at Toastmaster Harsha's singing, what got my attention was the lyrics, particularly one sentence. What am I without you? I was sure he was going to talk about people who changed his life. And it not surprised me when he started talking about his eternal love. But it did throw me off when he later revealed that he was talking about mathematics, being Kamsa, and his love for tennis, and most importantly, his fears and his anxiety. Now, I'll come back to this point later. What worked well for Harsha, Toastmaster Harsha today was his enthusiasm, his amazing voice modulation, and his phenomenal oratory skills. He was able to say a lot of stories in a very specific little time frame. And kudos to you on that. He was able to hold up his stories throughout the speeches. And he could even hold the attention. And the thing is that whenever you have to say a bunch of stories, if you can't hold the attention, then the stories together won't make sense. But I think today Harsha could do a really good job on that. But hear me out. Just a thought. Have you ever had a handful of different things? Let's say chilies and chocolates and a bunch of things. And have you ever felt, man, if I had one way to have this organized into separate boxes and hold it together, how nice it would have been. It would have been epic. That is what I felt when your speech ended. Somewhere along the line, with the amazing bunch of stories, I felt a little disconnected. Now, it could be because I had a horrible network, but I felt that it was a little, there was a lot of stories and it felt a little disconnected. It went up and down. But what could have nailed the point would have been a groundbreaking, form of conclusion, as we see. But other than that, it made complete sense, and I'm really surprised to see how he completely reinvented his life and his story through a bunch of another stories, which is, believe me, it is not an easy thing to do. But of course, he is a freaking Toastmaster. He's Harsha. Of course, we expect this from him. But what I would want to change, or what I would suggest for a tiny change, is that to not end it all of a sudden. I felt that if you could have rounded your speech a little bit more at the ending, the disorientation wouldn't have happened. Except for that, it was an amazing speech. Keep up the enthusiasm, and of course, you're an amazing and freaking Toastmaster. Over to the general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Durga. Toastmaster Durga, in your evaluation, I found I would like to suggest few things. One is, first thing is, you can tell few things about speech objectives, and is it if he met the speech objectives or not. You can just add that one line, and this is for both Harsha's speech and your evaluation. You both used this word called freaking. I googled that word, and there's this one particular word in that definition that made me tell it's not supposed to be used. That is called informal. Let's keep our meeting more formal, and let's not use that informal words from the next time. And that is the one thing that I want to suggest. And from Toastmasters Harsha's speech, your speech is very nice. You started with a song. Everyone just worried a little, and then you carried everything on your shoulder, and it is not it works only, and presented it in your own way. That is one great thing. And yeah, that is from your speech and your evaluation. Moving ahead, let me call the second speech evaluator, who is Toastmaster Ratan, who's going to evaluate Toastmaster Girish's speech. Over to you, Toastmaster Ratan.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dinesh. Good evening, everyone, and a special good evening to Toastmaster Girish. To be first starting with your title, Mankind's Most Powerful Skill. I really love the way you have made that title. It is very good. Coming to the next part is the way you have told all the names of the famous leaders like the Martin Luther King or the Steve Jobs or the Hitler, basic how they have tried using their storytelling skills to encourage people, or like to make people look at them. That was a very good one. And I really love the way you have your voice modulation is. Whenever you're saying your motivational speeches or the speeches like this, your voice modulation is very, very good. And I really love the enthusiasm of yours. And then you have even connected to the Cadbury stories, which everyone knows and which everyone needs, and how they have been coming into the Indian market, how the way their stories have connected the Indian minds, and how it has been a very big day-to-day thing to us now. And you have even tried to show a video which is very good to show the people how these marketing skills are implemented in the multinational companies to add it to the to get it into the people's main sweets. Like, we don't take Cadbury sweets, we used to take the normal sweets. So how it has been implemented. And then at the last, you have even tried to tell the few important tips to the Toastmasters, how they have to try to get the people's attention in their speeches. You have even told some amazing power telling story, understanding the audience. That is really good. We always try to listen from our mentors or the or these things from our speech evaluators every time. And what you have to improve, I felt, is that the main aim of this L2P2 is the body language. You could have stood and give your speech that would give a much more edge to your speech, which is and even what I liked is that you are using, when you're saying your brain, you're just tapping here, and that is very good. But you could have stood and give the speech. That is very good. And the second thing which you should improve is that first of all, what you told is a mankind's most powerful skill. What I would suggest is that first you show the Cadbury thing, and then at the end of that, you should have been asked the people what, even giving some inspired stories of the Martin Luther King, Hitler, what would have been like. It's the storytelling. You should been said at the middle. You should have been asked to the people, which would improve your speech a lot. So that's all. Thank you, and over to General Evaluator Dinesh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ratan. Now, coming to the speech of Toastmaster Girish, I can say it is the wonderful speech. And what I felt is in your introduction itself, you revealed the part that you are going to talk about storytelling. You just told like the most powerful skill that a mankind possesses is storytelling. You just reveal like that. What I can suggest you is you can add a little drama there, and after maybe 2 lines or something, you can reveal what you're going to talk about. That is one thing. And another thing is this is for your future speeches. When you're going to present something, try to keep the video, if possible, below 30 seconds so that it won't take much of the time. That is one thing. And more than anything, your speech is just like a perfect case study. You laid everything like on point, and I totally like that. And what I can get from your what I can understand from your speech is know your audience, and that you have portrayed pretty well. And that is with respect to your speech. And with respect to Toastmaster Ratan's evaluation, I can see that you are rushing off a bit. What I can suggest you is, since I too rush a little, not a little, I do that very frequently. So I can suggest you what is take a deep breath, and you can lay your points down, taking a few pauses. It's fine only, and you can frame better, and you can give us smoothly is what I felt, and that's it from your evaluation. And coming to the tag team reports, which is going to be in the order of grammarian, accounter, and timer, I'd like to give off the screen to Toastmaster Utkarsh to give grammarian report. Over to you, Toastmaster Utkarsh.
Yeah, so everyone were fluent enough. So let me present my screen. Yeah, starting with Toastmaster Vishnu. He was also having a good introduction, but there were slight mistakes during his introduction, grammatical mistakes. And during the TTM session, he used a vocabulary called procrastinating. And then next we come to Toastmaster Ram. Ram also had a good introduction, and Toastmaster Harsha, obviously his speech was amazing, and his voice also was pretty good in starting. And yeah, also he used the word of the day. And coming to Toastmaster Girish, he used vocabularies in his speech, and he was also having an influential message, like emotional, and as General Evaluator said, it was moreover like a case study. And then Toastmaster Durga, she was also fluent enough. Toastmaster Ratan also was fluent enough, and I didn't find any mistakes in them. Toastmaster Dinesh also started with a good introduction. Toastmaster Vinutna, her session was definitely innovative one, and Toastmaster Gopika, she was also having a good flow of the session. And only 3 people used word of the day. Those are Toastmaster Harsha, Toastmaster Durga, and Toastmaster Gopika. So that's it from my side. Thank you. And over to the General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Utkarsh, for that brief report you presented. And moving ahead, I'll hand over the screen to Toastmaster Vishnu to present his encounter report. Over to you, Toastmaster Vishnu.
Toastmaster Dinesh, is my screen visible?
Yes, it is visible.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, and yes, here is the report. First of all, I would like to thank SAA Ganesh, PO Govind, TMoD Gopika, GE Dinesh, Timer Ram, Grammarian Utkarsh, Speaker 1 Harsha, Vinutna and Gopika, Manjula, Ratan and Gopika, Madhumita and Rohit, and last Durga for not even speaking or uttering one single CRPFs. I would like to request each of you to clap for them. And nextly, Ganesh's speech, even though it was a last minute role, he did it well. Toastmaster Ganesh for the essay, and Toastmaster Govind, he is well spoken his speech, and Toastmaster of the day Gopika, her speech script were very interesting to me. Like it was also motivating me to make speeches. Like she already said at the introduction during the meeting, and she as usually spoke very good, as we all know. And Toastmaster Dinesh, general evaluator, he also spoke very well. And Toastmaster Ram, the timer, same. And Utkarsh, the grammarian, the main thing is he explained the role of grammarian through a video depiction. I would like to represent it through a video. He explained it well, and it was a nice startup by the Toastmaster Utkarsh. And Speaker 1 Harsha, he did very well without any CRPFs. And Girish, he used one crutch word and 3 plus repetitive words. But his speech was very perfect. It's a very nice elaboration with a very small point. Like even though the point is very small, elaborated it very well with the 5-minute speech. And all the table topics were very interesting. And this speech evaluator one, Durga, she used a her script, her speech evaluation was very good. And but Ratan, in his speech he used crutch words like many in his speech. I would like to request Toastmaster Ratan to decrease in the future meetings. And that's it from my side. Over to you, Toastmaster Dinesh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vishnu. One thing I can tell about you is I can only see the significant growth and amount of effort you're putting into doing any role. And I can see it is increasing in the linear fashion only. I totally appreciate or acknowledge the fact about that one. And moving ahead, let me hand over the screen to the timer Toastmaster Ram to give his report. Over to you, Toastmaster Ram.
Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah, so first, speaker 1 Harsha, 6 minutes 30 seconds exact. He just missed it by a couple of milliseconds, I would say. Then we have evaluator 1, speech evaluator 1, Toastmaster Durga, 3 minutes 6 seconds. Then we have Toastmaster Girish, speaker 2, 7 minutes. Then we have Toastmaster Ratan, speech evaluator 2, 3 minutes 8 seconds. Then during the table topic session, Gopika, Toastmaster Gopika, 1 minute 46 seconds. Then we have Toastmaster Manjula, 1 minute 54 seconds. In the table topic session, these two speeches went over time, so they wouldn't be considered for evaluation. So then we have Toastmaster Vishnu, 2 minutes 2 seconds. Then we have Toastmaster Utkarsh, grammarian, 1 minute 24 seconds. Then we have Toastmaster Vishnu, our counter, 2 minutes 35 seconds. Over to you, Toastmaster Dinesh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ram, for presenting your report very briefly. And I have a few suggestions for you. In your introduction part, you just mentioned about the time limits of different roles. You can add few points related to time significance, like how it can be useful to keep the timings in limit on with respect to the agenda and keeping it in the time limits. And that is one thing. And another thing is you can keep your video on so that you can show your face. We generally follow this and we hiding our face and showing only the virtual background in contest. There's no need for that in the club meeting. So I suggest you can show your face and add the virtual background and show the timer cuts so that speakers will be seeing your face, and it will be encouragement for them while giving the speeches. And that is with your timer report. And coming to the general evaluator report. Now I have I started evaluating from the start of the meeting, and I have few suggestions. Now, before the meeting part, one thing I would like to suggest everyone is almost every meeting I only open it, and if the meeting starts at 4, I try to open it at 3:30 itself, so that everyone, every role taker will be joining at least 10 minutes or 15 minutes prior, and they will check their audio and video. So I'd like to acknowledge this fact and ask everyone from the next meeting to join at least 10 minutes, if possible 15 minutes, and check your audio and video. And to not that also helps us avoid the anxiety attacks that we are gonna have when we start on the time. It is always better to start things 5 minutes prior. That is the basic hack everyone's gonna follow. And say Ganesh, you did your job pretty well, but I would like to suggest your introduction. I mean, the starting part of your role can be a bit more, you can add a bit more energy, is what I felt. And presiding officer Toastmaster Govind, though it's your first time, you pulled off pretty well. You the updates also laid pretty well, and you acknowledged the guest. Everything is impromptu. That is really great thing you did there. And Toastmaster Gopika, you started your TMoD job with a few questions, and there we can see the interaction there, and everyone are just smiling. And one thing I noticed is you forgot about mentioning about the membership of Toastmasters that normal TMoD would do, and membership details and clubs details. And every word that you have spoken in your role is just relatable, and your intros are nice. That's what I like about the work you are putting there. And another thing I noticed is after break, try to talk less. I mean, you can talk after the general evaluation is done, and you will get some 3 minutes, I guess. There you can wrap up every what you are gonna tell, and since it puts the meeting in the agenda, is what I felt. And you can conclude that in the conclusion part, that is with the Toastmaster of the day. And I forgot to mention the grammarian. I have suggestion for Toastmaster Utkarsh. You introduced your role by sharing the screen and presenting a video. That is actually nice, and I have never seen that thing done before. But what I would like to suggest to you is, if you're presenting something, make sure your internet connection is fine. This is just a suggestion. Internet is not in our hands, but just a suggestion. Since you're going to present something, and that is the suggestion I'm going to give you. And coming to the table topic master, Toastmaster Vinutna. One thing I like about every table topic master is they just pours in their creativity into the job they are going to do. Everyone tries to do the one particular role very differently. That is what I like about the table topic master role. And Toastmaster Vinutna, you did a pretty well job. You started screen sharing, you made a presentation, and done things differently, selecting the numbers, calling out people, everything I like very much. And I don't have any suggestions for Toastmaster table topic master, but coming to the table topic speaker 2, guest Manjula, in your table topic you praised the speakers. That is the thing I like more about your table topic. It is really encouraging for the speakers. That is what I felt. And coming to the table topic 3, Ratan and Gopika, you related Toastmaster Ratan, you did a fantastic job of relating your table topic into your recent trip. That shows your impromptu skills, how they are better, and like that. And coming to table topic 4, Madhumita and DTM Rohit, That is the best table topic attempt I have seen in recent times. And it just, as the table topic master mentioned, it is neck to neck kind of table topic attempt. I totally like that. And Toastmaster Vishnu, in your table topic attempt, I would like to suggest you, though many people already told you, don't use brothers and sister acknowledgement in the meetings. In Toastmasters, we just have Toastmaster. We don't use the that such dignitions or something like that. We just call Toastmaster Dinesh or Toastmaster Gopika. That is the suggestion I want to give you. And that is a nice take. You also Toastmaster Vishnu. And these are the suggestions I have for the meeting. And I'd like to just acknowledge the fact again that role takers, please join 10 minutes before so that you can have a clean or clear, your mind can be cleared and you can do a good job without any anxiety attacks. And there are a few minute things that we should acknowledge, but no one does. One thing I acknowledged is Toastmaster Harsha. When the guest DTM Rohit entered the meeting, you acknowledged him and sent a message in chat. That's a nice gesture you given there, and that is actually nice. And that's it from the general evaluator report. These are the suggestions I'm gonna make. Please, if anyone wish to clarify anything, you can DM me or contact me in offline, or you can watch the recording again that we are going to post in YouTube in future. So that's it from my side. Over to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Gopika.
Giving evaluation sometimes feels like we are biting the bullet as evaluators and the general evaluator, but today it is filled with improvements and a lot of takeaways. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Dinesh and his team. With that being said, all of us want to do a lot of things in life, to be happy, healthy, loved, successful. While we try to define all these things, and it differs from person to person, it's also safe to say that most of us have made lifelong commitments, or we are trying to make a bit of new commitments each year as a resolution. Just remember that your life is your own and no one else can help you realize that the only way for you to achieve your goals or your resolutions or your commitments is to stick to them every single day. Now, I'm pretty sure our general evaluator is going to put in, yeah, it's already done. The forms are out. So please do go vote for the best role taker of the day. And with that being said, let me hand over back to our presiding officer, Toastmaster Govind.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gopika. The voting link is in chat. Please do vote if not yet done. In the meanwhile, we can ask, we have DTM Rohit Koka. So welcome, Rohit, once again. Would you like to speak a few words on how the meeting went?
I was just dropping a message that I was going to be leaving. So as always, I love attending tab meetings. Whenever I get a chance, I do definitely want to drop by. And thankfully today is Republic Day, it's a holiday, so I could drop by on a weekday. But other than that, as I said, I still stand by what I said last time I came here. E is equal to TAB, because the energy and enthusiasm that the club has is beyond doubt. And the informal setup, I believe keeping it too formal, and as I've grown in the district, everything becomes very formal, very methodical and all, but sometimes you just have to let loose and just enjoy the whole process of a meeting. And I saw that in today's meeting, informal discussion here and there, jabs at each other. That's the fun part of being in Toastmasters. That's the whole part of bringing the community together. And I think I saw that and I really enjoyed it. So definitely will try to attend more meetings whenever I get a chance. So kudos to all of you guys, and keep the energy and enthusiasm always at high.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rohit. Please do attend if you are, whenever you're free. General level of the dinners is our results. Yet.
I got only 10 responses. 3 people need to fill the form. So I'd like to request everyone to fill the form.
I think in the meanwhile, we can just have a quick a talk about how the meeting went.
Can I speak?
Yes, sure, go ahead.
As a general level, as Dinesh said, that I'm calling brother and sister. As I can't confirm that as calling Dinesh as brother until I joined Toastmaster Club. But after joining, I call him Toastmaster Dinesh. That I want to confirm.
Can we have ask feedback from our guest Raz, if he is still there?
Yeah, hi. Audio good?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, guys. So, how much time do I get to give my feedback first of all? Because I see that everything is timed here.
No, you can just go ahead.
So, yeah. So actually, I missed this thing in college when I had the chance to join Toastmasters. I actually missed it long back. But today, I'm glad that I attended the meeting, and I see that this would be one and only online meeting that is planned so well. And I can see that it's not just the on-screen activity; the off-screen activity is also very rigorous. So, and great content, guys. Like from the starting off with the song through the debate, the inaction part, and the evaluation. Everything is going good and organized. And yes, I would like to keep visiting all of you once in a while. If there is no threshold for free visits, and if at all I get a chance to join the group, join Toastmasters, you all will not be able to avoid the impending D-Day, the day that I'll be giving my speech. So in that case, I would like to keep coming back to you guys, and thank you for having me. And great going, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Raj. Please do visit our meetings. And can we ask feedback from Manjula Venugopal?
It was really a wonderful session that you all had, and there is a mix of it's not just professionals, it's a mix of every individual here, and the creativity that's happening here is wonderful. I would also like to give some speeches if possible, and welcome you all to our IHS market. If you all feel free to come and give your speeches on our forum.
Thank you, Manjula. I think results are not yet out. If you want to go speak on team, you can just go ahead. Just for 2 minutes.
Hello.
Go on, the results are out. You can.
So the results are out. The best of Big Four is Gia Toastmaster Dinesh, and the best of tag is Vishnu Accounter, and the best of speech is Girish, and the best of speech evaluators is Durga, Toastmaster Durga. And I think the best of table topics is Madhumita and TMoD. Congratulations everyone, and over to TMoD Gopika. And I would like to officially close the meeting #154. If you want to have some informal session, you can just go ahead.
We'll have Zoom. Then you can stop the recording.